My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are doing a third party or karmic update. Someone commented in the comments be underneath the last video that they wanted a karmic third party update, and I realized that I really hadn't done one in a while, so this is what I'm bringing. Okay. Is that a tower moment? Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe my cards aren't placed well. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing for you today. So this is going to be a relationship that's not you and your person, as if with your person is with an intimate partner. Usually if it's your person with an intimate partner. Certainly can be a platonic relationship, them an appearance, them and a friend, a work situation. You will take it as it resonates. And remember, when we're watching these readings, we're watching it because they are teaching us something about ourselves. Once you have a karmic party attached to your situation, there's something within you that still needs to be changed because you're still attracting this into your world. Okay, so let's get into this. We're going to start with some energies for the people that are in this situation. Now, when I was meditating and just getting ready to do the reading and just making myself more receptive, clearing up my own junk so that my ego is at rest and that I'm neutral, what I heard was the Delulu is the Solulu, meaning that sometimes we really have to put on our rose-tinted glasses or live in illusion or delusions in order to survive or in order to tolerate an untenable situation. So, for example, myself and those of you that follow the channel, I have a neighbor who's an beep, 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 beep. Right. Right. I don't think he's well mentally, and I don't think he is medicated or receiving any sort of intervention, which is why he has his outbursts. But I hadn't realized how much my body, my mind, my psyche had adapted to him and his outbursts and his rages and his tantrums and all the irrational things that he was doing until maybe a week or two ago, when it seems like it's sinking into him that he really does have to move. So he's been quiet. And then I remember how it was before he came, that I was able to open my front door. My front door is right by the main door of the building. So there was beautiful light and air that would come through my apartment, and I'll make sure I flush my apartment every morning. And then you'd hear all the birds and all of that, because my neighborhood is very, very quiet. And it's only now that I'm realizing everything that I missed and everything that I basically had to give up just to be able to survive living here. And it was only through starting to stand up for myself and complaining to the landlord and all that things are kind of shifting. And certainly his mother standing up for herself and refusing to pay his rent, right? So it's when people start standing up for themselves and really take off their blinders, then they're really able to see the situation for what it is. She thought that just pelting money at him would help him, but she wasn't helping him the way he needed to be helped. She needed to pay for a therapy session. She needed to pay for a psychiatrist, right? So just enabling him and his behavior, because having a mental health issue is no excuse for making other people's life uncomfortable. Absolutely not. That is your issue that you need to manage, and everybody got something going on, right? A lot of us we lived with trauma as children. We may have lived with trauma as adults, right? So all of us have something going on, right? So we need to get help. And there's no excuse for not getting help as an adult. As a child, you're kind of trapped in your circumstance. So everybody was living in Delulu. I was living in Delulu that this was something that I could tolerate, and it was not. It was absolutely not. And it feels like this is the energy that is coming through today. We have here self-attack. So this could definitely mean somebody here might be depressed. Somebody here might have some sort of suicidal ideation coming on. Somebody might be self-defeatist. A lot of self-criticism. The inner critic louder than anything else that's inside there, right? And maybe just in order to live with oneself, one has to have that ego, that false self, that bravado, to really protect them from what's going on internally. And of course, our internal will, manifest outside of as our external will. So what is going on internally and what is going on externally of them. All right. So let's see. Your person in this situation, let's get an energy, not necessarily related to the person, just how they're feeling. And we have here holding on. And what they're holding on to is an idealistic version of the past. When you look in the mirror here, the person looks way different. Okay, so this person that's looking in the mirror, you can't see very well, kind of older and haggard, and has been really ravaged, not just by time, but by circumstance. And if you could see her face, you'll see, Miss Havisham from Great Expectations. And maybe that's not a coincidence that's coming through, because Miss Havisham was someone who was living in Delulu, right? She had to live in Delulu rather than face the fact that she had been stood up on her wedding day by her suitor. So she's there living in all this decay and all this rot, and to her, everything is fine. Everything is fine. And everything was fine because when she looks in the mirror, everything is fine. So somebody here, your person here, is holding on to the past and holding on to an idealized version of this relationship, an idealized version of themselves, so just that they don't have to face what's going on here. Their partner or whoever they're with. So the Delulu is the Solulu. We have anger, right? And interesting, no, I thought it was a number 7. No, it's not. We have anger here. So the partner is enraged. We're going to pull some cards and see why. But they kind of have your person kind of backed into a corner. Your person, if you notice, this person's shut down. Shut down. Your person shut down. They're only surviving because, remember, they're in Delulu, right? So they're surviving, but they are living with someone who has a lot of anger issues, and it's always your person's fault. Whatever is happening it's always your person's fault. They don't take accountability for anything that is going on here. For anything that's going on here. So let's pull some cards on these and see what else is trying to come through for us. But that's what I got. Ooh, Lord. Your person having some tower moments here, man. That's what I got intuitively. All right. Dream of the night. Hey, I'm going to put a dream. Yeah. I am going to put the contact information for Emma in the description of this reading, because I forgot to put her contact information. But this is an amazing deck. I mean, look at the artwork. Beautiful. Underneath the deck here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it feels like the wheel wants to turn for your person, for the person that they're with, but it's like they find it hard to actually crest that mountain. You know what I mean? When they think about cresting that mountain or putting an end to what's happening here, they're like, I'm tired. I ain't got the energy for that. I have the energy for Delulu. Delulu. Delulu sound like a plan because I ain't got the energy for anything else. All right, let's see a person they're holding on. We have here the God of Fire, which is the King of Wands. We have, what is this? The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse. All right, so what's going on here? Your person has been living in Delulu since they were a child. The Page of Swords in reverse is a child whose expression was suppressed, who was not believed when they spoke their truth. It's a child who was silenced, trying to be seen and not heard, right? And even now in their relationships, they're not heard, right? They know that they need to take action. We have the King of Wands, and he's an action guy, right? So they know that they need to take action. What's holding them back is the way that they view themselves, and also there's thoughts about their financial situation. What's going to happen to them financially if they do take action in this situation here. Okay. For some of them, they fear separation from their children, but it feels like a more of a financial block that's coming through. But the finances is just the excuse. This is your person and how they feel about themselves and what they believe that they deserve in this lifetime. Their partner is vibrating in anger or vibrating with anger. Why? We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. What is this? The Two of Wands in reverse. That goes to the Ace of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords as a spider web. They too feel the need to begin something new. They too feel the need to take charge of the situation and chart a course for themselves, free themselves from where they believe they are trapped. At this time, they see this relationship as a trap, as a spider web, and every time they try to get out, they get sucked back in. And it's manifesting as anger, it's manifesting as rage, but rarely it's a feeling of helplessness. Let's get a card and find out why they feel helpless in this situation, helpless to change the situation. Because if I'm that angry, why do I feel helpless? Ten of Wands in reverse. A lot of burdens. Or, yes, is this Ten of Wands? No, this is Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. Well, we can call it burdens, but there's a lot of pain from the past. They're afraid that they're going to jump out of the fire pan into the fire. So the situation that they have with your person is tolerable, right? They can tolerate it. And they think that, okay, what if I leave and then I end up with something even worse than what this is? Because this person has experienced worse. They have been in abusive relationships, right? So your person, the relationship that they have with your person, it's not what they fully want, but it's a walk in the park compared to the past. Okay? So they feel like, this is safer than the unknown. So this is safer than the unknown. This is more financially stable than the unknown. Okay, so what's going on here is a fear of the unknown. And if they have a fear of the unknown, then you too have a fear of the unknown. And maybe that's why you may have issues detaching from this kind of three-way that you guys may have going on, right? Because you're not sure what's going to happen next, right? But remember what I told you in some readings before. When we're not sure what to do next, right, and we're afraid of the future, what we need to concentrate on is taking the first immediate next step. And sometimes the first immediate next step might be just to have a rest, and to clear your mind. It might be finishing up some project that you had holding off on, right? The next best step is always the next step that's best for you without hurting other people. And sometimes you may even need to hurt other people. I mean, not intentionally, obviously. You may need to hurt other people in order to do what's best for you. Okay? So, that's what's up. Let's get some emotions in this connection. Let's see how each person is feeling, because if you're not going to the extended, this is going to kind of give us a clue about what's happening in this connection here. So everybody here has convinced themselves it's not so bad, right? You know, it's the frog in the pot. Oh, this is nice and warm. This is nice and warm until they will all boil through. And this is the energy that each person is feeling. They're feeling powerless in their circumstance. But it's not powerless they're feeling. It's fair. It's fair. Because you're never powerless in your circumstance. There's always a move. But do you have the courage to make that move? That is the question. And your person here is feeling safe. Whatever is going on here, they feel safe in this connection. Okay? It is predictable. It may be financially safe. Okay? And they don't have to face their insecurities in this connection. Okay? They don't. They don't have, there's no rising to the occasion. Right? They just have to protect themselves from their partner's anger. So it's a tense situation. Right? You don't know what's going to happen next. Their nervous system is pretty activated. But for some reason, even though it's a tense situation, it's also safe. And I think it's safe because this is a vibration that they grew up in. It's not safe. They feel it's safe, but it is familiar. They know how to deal with this. Right? They grew up in a household that vibrated like this. So this is familiar to your person. The person that they're with, how are they feeling? Emotionally detached. Not even there. We have power hungry. And they just want to maintain the upper hand in the connection, because maintaining the upper hand makes them feel safe. And then we have satisfied. So each person settling in that proverbial comfort zone. This is what it is, guys. This is what it is. It is a comfort zone. And it means if they are in a comfort zone and they're settling, you're in a comfort zone settling too. Right? Let's see. They feel safe in this connection. We have here the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups here. I think whatever the setup is at this time, I think there's still something that your person is getting from you that's supplementing this relationship. So yeah, they have a partner that's kind of exploding anger and all of that. But when they connect with you and your energy, it kind of calms them down. So they're fine, right? Whatever energy they're getting from you is allowing them to get through this. Okay? We have Two of Cups in reverse here. It ain't love, but it's something. It's something. They're not alone. And we have also intuition. They do want to take a leap of faith. They do want true love, but we see them here mummified, still not making a move. Ooh, their partner exploded. We have the universe in reverse. That's the world in reverse. They don't want this to end, right? They want to be and maintain their status as the empress in your person's life. Okay, so they're just going with the flow of things, and they are just concentrating on maintaining homeostasis or the status quo, right? They just want everything to stay the same. That is how they feel comforted and comfortable. Now, when your person thinks about the karmic connection and the karmic, how are they processing this karmic in their headspace? We have here the Eight of Cups. We have Seven of Pentacles. It's an investment. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so it's a connection that's dynamic, right? And I think your person, it's one where they're always kind of walking on eggshells. But again, your person is used to that. They grew up with that. They grew up with a parent like that. So this ain't no biggie. This ain't no biggie for your person to survive in. Okay? So even though they think about walking away from this connection, okay, even though they see this partner as prideful and, having a big ego, they aren't walking away because they feel fully invested in this, and it feels fully invested financially and fully invested in terms of their social currency. There's something about this partner that allows them not just social mobility, but there's something that this partner does for their image. There's something that this partner does for their image. And that's why they keep holding themselves back from taking that action that their spirit is always guiding them to take. And not just them, also the karmic partner. But they feel fully invested financially in this. This is also something familiar to them. And they just stay. They just stay. Plus, whenever they need relief, they can tap into your energy. They just stay. What's your person's message? What does your person want you to know? Right now, in the extended, we're going to look at their heart space energy for this karmic. We're going to look at what's happening in this connection. We're going to look at what this karmic thinks about them. We're going to look at what the karmic thinks about you. We're going to get a message from the karmic's higher self, which is always interesting to hear. And then we're going to look at what can we expect from this connection within a month's time. But for now, what does your person want you to know about this karmic situation? What is this? We have the Seven of Swords. And things aren't what they seem. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have the Goddess of Fire, which is the King of Wands. Sorry, the Queen of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. Okay. They want you to know that they see the path that they need to take. It's not that they don't see it, right? They see the path that they need to take. They see you in all your glory, in your element. And there's something kind of intimidating about that. They know what they need to do. It's just that they're not used to putting themselves out there. And by putting themselves out there, putting out their real selves out there for public consumption, right? They always have on the facade, and they're not sure how people are going to react to the real them, their real views about the world, their real views about spirituality and religion, their real views about this relationship. They're not sure how people are going to react. So they keep on living this lie. They keep on settling. They keep on deceiving themselves. They keep on ignoring their intuition just to be able to exist in this circumstance that is familiar and that is safe. Okay? All right, what does Spirit want you to do right now? We see what each person is doing here. What does Spirit want you to do right now? We have peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So, what Spirit is saying right now, you just focus on yourself and what makes you feel most at peace. Focus on cultivating peace in your life, whether it's through meditative practices, whether it's through releasing this relationship, and just releasing this person to the lesson, whatever is going to bring you peace in this circumstance. You do it. You do what's best for you. Ooh, what's this? We have perception. It says beyond the veil of illusion. We just was talking about living in illusion. All right, so let's see. Perception. Card number 39. So do whatever brings you peace here. The lady featured on this card looks directly at the observer. She radiates love and wisdom, yet stands firmly in her own truth. And this is what you need to do right now. Stand firmly in your own truth. If they want to live in Delulu, that's their problem. But you don't live in Delulu. Okay? You have to live in your own truth. From this standpoint, she's able to see beyond the veil of illusion. She has shown up in your reading today to reflect the same qualities within you. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. And in order for them to continue with the paradigm they have going, they might try to shift your perception. They might try to shift or manipulate or massage your truth to keep you in their life and to keep you in the same position, in the same role in their life. But Spirit saying you have to stand in your truth and what you want for your life. Stand within your own truth and don't be swayed by another's beliefs, opinions, or views. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. Trust your intuition and gut feeling on this one. Be true to yourself. You can respect another's views without having to change your own value system. So if they want to stay in this and they're quite fine in this, that is not a problem. You release them with love. Okay? If it doesn't align with your own values, then don't take it on. And the affirmation here is, I honor another's truth, but stand firmly within my own. I am comfortable with who I am. I keep an open heart and mind. I empower myself when I honor my values. In being true to me, I am also true to others. So, if they want to ignore their own truth, because that's what each person is doing here, ignoring their own truth, and that's why it's manifesting as living in Delulu and being angry, right? Because each of them is trying to stifle the truth that's trying to rise to the surface. You're not to do that. Allow your truth to rise to the surface, whatever that truth may be, and follow its guidance. because it's going to lead you to the next right step. Okay? All right, my love. So that was your reading. If you're able, please join me in the extended. If not, please, could you put a like, a comment, subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you're able to interact with any of the ads, that's all a beautiful energy exchange. For me, I just want to thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Take care.